Hey, hi. So they've just started loading the wilderness chair, and here I am with my big honking pack. I got my snowshoes and my boots and stuff in it, and it's going to be about 20 minutes, I think, to the top, and then I'll ski down to the trailhead and change shoes. It's going to be exciting. I got all kinds of stuff in my bag, but here we are. We're on our way. Well, here I am at the top of the #1 chair. Here is the bull wheel. And I'm about to go down there, which is where the access to the trail is. Or maybe I'll sit on that bench and change my boots. Yeah, that seems like a real good plan. So I'm gonna go do that. So this right here is where we leave the groomed. These tracks here belong to a skier who just came the other way, maybe 10 minutes ago. And now we're leaving the ski area. And I'm gonna put my camera back in my pocket. It's about 2 minutes later. There's where we came from, and there is where I think we're going, because that's the direction we're heading. And this is where there's no trail, or at least there's just an open place. But that's what I expected, and that's what I'm gonna do. This is what it looks like above me. And before you go thinking I'm too crazy, you'll notice the snow is broken here. Somebody walked up it yesterday and snowboarded down. Alright, so I'm taking a little break here. This is what's above me, and I think I'm gonna cut over there. But if I listen really carefully, I can hear that I'm not too far from that flat place where the snowboarders all have to hop. Or maybe 50 or 60 feet above an actual ski trail, and to the east of it. On a clear day, you could see forever. You can hear people getting off the lift down there. But instead, you only get to see about this far. I came this way. It's a little bit sideways because apparently this is where other people have made trek. So I'm going to follow that trail. It's a little out of the way, but we're only about 400 feet away from the top of the mountain. So, you know, it's all good. Once again, I've left the place where the track I was following leaves off. Right about back there is the farthest those people went. But if I'm looking at the snow contour carefully, I can see somebody came this way earlier this week. Not yesterday, but earlier this week, and I've only got about another 300 feet to go. This is some steep climbing, and the snow is quite deep. So I'm having to make myself a little platform as I go. There's my track behind me. I don't know if you can see it. Levels up there, which I kind of like. Hey, it occurred to me that some of my little internet friends don't do a lot of snowshoeing, and so maybe don't know how it works really. But I'm not going to show you a lot because I need both of my hands and my poles because this is some challenging terrain, but I can show you a little. That your snowshoe is big and it has a lot of surface area, so it doesn't go through the snow. It doesn't have webbing at the front there so that you can put your foot, so that you can bend your toe through. And you can see it's got a very nasty looking tooth there at the front of it. That's called a crampon. And it also has nasty looking teeth all underneath the sole of it. So what you have to do on steep terrain, I gotta back up this shoe because, well, I can't back up that shoe. So I'm gonna step forward. What you have to do is you have to put your shoe down and push to make sure you have a platform. And then you push yourself up on it. Once again, I put my shoe down and push to make sure I have a platform. And because this is a little steeper, I'm going to dig that toe in, make that crampon work. And that is how we very slowly go up the trail. All right, this isn't quite the summit, but it's my first glimpse of the communication tower. And the sun is starting to come out. So I'm close. And you can see up here, the trees don't grow very tall. We're not at the timberline, but up here at the top of the mountain, it's just over 3,000 feet and windy. So trees stay close to the ground. Well, hot dog. Here I am at the summit of Ricker Mountain, again. And there's a whole honking lot of snow up here. There's the tower shack. Oh. And this here's a little scrub pine under which I think the cache is located. So I'm gonna take my pack off and get out my shovel. Yeah, boo. So I've shoveled around a little bit, and I haven't found the cache or even where its likely places, even haven't talked to the hider. He says it's underneath one of these little scrub pines, maybe in a crevice. But I don't know. There are a lot of candidates for that description up here. Even if I just pick the ones that are on the highest point. Because none of them are actually right here at the highest point. They're all a couple feet away. So anyway, it's lunchtime and I'm going to have some lunch. I made a phone call to DJ and maybe he'll get Mitch on the phone and maybe he won't. But I'll have some lunch and I'll look around some more, and if I don't find it, I'll go back down the mountain. I can't say I was really expecting to find a cache today, given it's only about this big and it's under 3 feet of snow. The real challenge is getting up here. So I'll have lunch and I'll talk to you later. I've been digging under here, which is the little scrub pine closest to the top of the mountain. I'm looking for a little crevice underneath it. I'm not having much luck, but I'm also not expecting to have much luck. Realistic goals. Well, I've reached the point in my adventure where the prudent thing to do is to just pack up my bag and go back down the mountain. So that's what I'm going to do. I've had great fun. I have not found a geocache still. But I'm standing at the top of Ricker Mountain, and I have my gear packed up again, and it won't take me nearly as much time to get down as it did up. And then I'll change into my skis and boots, and I'll ski down beautiful Peggy Dow. I have fallen here, and I'm pretty tangled up, but I'm not hurt. And I am going to have to get out of my pack and probably my snowshoes and find a way to get to my feet here. I'm not particularly worried because it's just uncomfortable. And when I get up, it'll probably be funny. All right, I'm on my feet again. So I'm gonna pick up my pack and I'm gonna be on my happy way. So I'm on my way down and I'm following my own tracks. I'm getting a little bit more glide, but I'm having to remember to keep my weight back on the snowshoe so that I catch float. All right, so I'm on my way. It goes a lot quicker on the way down. I butt slid down that, and I'm probably gonna butt slide down some of that. So down there in the bottom of the gully, is the short trail back to the ski area. And from there it's only 100 feet or so to my skis and that bench where I can sit down and change shoes and ski. I've had a good adventure. And it's time to go home. And here we are again, back on patrolled ground. Since I came through earlier today, it looks like a snowboarder on foot and a couple of skiers have come by. So now I'm just gonna go up the trail to where a bench and some skis are waiting for me. And there's the patrol check. So I made it back to the bench. Okay. And I'm ready to change out of my snowshoes and hiking boots into my ski boots and skis and ski down. It's a little more crowded here than it was when I came up this morning. But I'm ready to go home. Right, so I've changed out of my snowshoes and my pack is packed again. I had forgotten since last time how enormously painful it was to get my left boot on once the boot was cold because of the bone spurs. But I'm ready to ski down and that's going to be awesome. So here I am at the elbow of Peggy Dow's where I had to stop and take a picture because I always stop and take a picture. So I'm going to finish skiing down. I'll see you at the bottom.